Manny. No, because I did one. And yeah. And Manny, I guess me and Manny were doing it at the same time.
Well,
And
no. I was gonna fine you today because it got to 20 past and there was nothing up, no text to say, "Oh, I'm running late" or whatsoever. So I was like, "Oh, it looks like I'm doing this today."
I was in my class. I left my phone in my bedroom. I could not text, and I was like, "Man, I can't believe what happened to this time." This morning was really, really, really something. So, Marcus, because
can I ask you something?
Yeah,
Don't you have message on your computer?
I do not because I don't like distractions.
What? That's not true at all. That's not true. Hold on, I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit
Manny's
right
thumbnail
now.
is great.
This one calling bullshit.
Did you add saturation to that? Why is it so saturated?
No, it's just really saturated. These were very saturated pictures.
I'm calling bullshit on you not liking distractions for two reasons. One, you are WWE is your favorite product, and it's a show built on distractions. And two, all through the show, we could be talking about one thing, and then you talk about another thing, and then bounce back for the other thing. Pure distractions.
Marcus, you have to understand, I do like distractions, but if I can limit the distractions that I can force myself dealing with, then I do that, and that's what I do. So, as I
no. Let me do an impression. Let me do an
Everybody,
impression.
I'm Eric. Fred Durst, aka Fred
This
Durst.
is Eric
Welcome
on
to the
a watch
show.
along.
You know what, Betty? More likely, it's gonna happen in this show too. I'm just gonna let you know. Just gonna let you know. Shit.
Okay, Fred. Okay, Fred.
Shante, I'll take the cornbread. But Eric does it all for the nookie. So what?
I do it for the nookie. What? The nookie,
Fred Durst, I didn't know you would do blackface, Fred Durst. I didn't know you would do that.
You better be careful before I start and break stuff. You don't want me to break stuff and keep rolling, because I will. Everybody, welcome to the Sharpshooters. I am Eric.
I know y'all be loving this shit right here.
LIMP biscuits right here.
You guys, you know what? You can sit here and you can make fun of me, maybe being dressed like Fred Durst at the moment. However, Limp Bizkit was a thing. They had maybe 6 months to 12 months where they were just hot.
I feel like they had a good 3 years.
I think it was longer. I think it was 3 years.
I think it's 3 years.
However, once Wes left the group, they were never the same. But then Wes came back and they tried to rekindle the magic, and it did not work too well. And that's your bit of Limp Bizkit history on the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast, where we talk about everything.
Here's the question right now. Favorite Undertaker theme song? Is it the Limp Bizkit or the Kid Rock of American Badass?
Limp Bizkit.
I like Limp Bizkit. Keep rolling. You about to say you like Kid Rock?
I'm gonna say I like Kid Rock's American Badass.
Yeah, American Badass. Watch this shit. Radio Eddie.
The only thing about that one I liked was the intro. It's like, he's here.
Yeah.
So before we even, I want to talk about as Manny said in the pre-show, that it may be an accurate story, maybe fraudulent, but I think it's funny because it's petty, and we love pettiness on this show. So there was a report earlier in the week that Shane McMahon told TKO that he would like to be part of the board, and he has a lot of experience in working on the board, and he could really provide some type of insight to the company. Later on in the week, a story came out that Triple H, in so many words, said, hey, if you guys decide to go this route, I want nothing to do with the company, and I can just walk away and go any place. So, of course, that started all the speculation of Triple H walking away, going for AEW and all that. Marcus, the story is probably fake, but let's say if it was real, Marcus, what do you think about that story, about Triple H walking away if Shane got the power?
Well, let's talk about the speculation and what would happen if Triple H walk away. I, for one, will be intrigued on his next move. Do I think he immediately goes to AEW? No, because I don't think this man, just like Mary J. Blige, won't no more drama in his life. So I think he would go somewhere else and do something else. Maybe even start his own promotion from scratch with whatever money he has and call it something else. I don't think he would go into AEW or Impact or the NWA or whatever else is out there. I think unless Tony's gonna cough up a lot of money, I think he would start his own brand. However, I don't know what the board does, and I think no one on this show or in speculation fandom knows what the board technically does. I know they vote on shit. I know they say what's going to happen, but they're not the creative. I like Triple H on front of creative, but I do think that, he's not the best on creative either. Like, his stuff isn't that creative. And just throw a space. Like, every match is the same, of which someone walks out to the ring and interferes. The women's division, it was hot once in NXT. Like, the NXT brand, the black and gold, I feel like that was his prime in creative direction. But I don't think he knows how to book mainstream audiences for some of these guys who we quote unquote call indie-rific.
Now, Marcus, I'm going to go back to what you said, but I'm going to get Manny's opinion. Manny, do you?
Oh, what? This show's
I
organized.
think you feel like this story is fraudulent, but if it was
it's
true,
fake. It's from 434. No one should ever believe that. Never. They have a credibility rating of minus 100%. Never go with them. But like, I think I agree with Marcus. If he was ever to leave, I think you wouldn't see him venture to AEW. I think that's like admitting complete defeat. I think he would probably set up his own promotion, and I think run it like a Black and Gold, where it was indie-rific, and you can do all this stuff under the radar, like Black and Gold really was. It was under the radar. Vince wasn't really paying attention to it, so he could do whatever he wanted, and things flowed a lot better. Whereas, you go to the main roster, there's so much interference from so many different sides. It's just like he can't be who he wants to be.
So I'm going to take this back around, and I'm going to say if this was true, my opinion is I think he did it also to Nikki. I think it's a little bit more to it. And being a married man, I think his wife probably was like, "Oh, you ain't gonna let Shane come in there. You ain't working for Shane. Shane ain't never did shit. Shane ain't got no experience. If anybody was to be on the board, it should be me. But I'm mad at my daddy. So if he's gonna be on the board, you ain't gonna be on the board, Paul. You understand that?" And you know what they say? Happy wife, happy life. So he was like, he made that statement. So I think it's more steady behind the scenes.
I enjoy that angle, Eric, because it is a unique perspective, and it is a good angle of Stephanie being like, who? Shane who?
Shane ain't did shit.
Shit. What he gonna do? Fall off, because that's all he ever did. Fall off stuff. That's all he could do. That's all he could ever do.
He may have fell off the top of a cage on multiple occasions, but who hung from an Undertaker cross? I did that. Who got married in drive-thru? That was me. So I made the women's revolution.
So
when did you make Stephanie McMahon? When did you make Stephanie McMahon black?
Yeah, you turned into a sassy black woman. She had the one finger point.
I feel like she is somewhat saucy, but going back to what Marcus said about Triple H not being that creative, that he does a pretty much repeat of everything. Manny, I asked you this question first. In the game of professional wrestling, who is the most creative person right now? Who's making some of the more entertaining things that is going forward and being put in front of the television?
Unfortunately, it's Shawn Michaels with his ancient booking on NXT. It's some of the most entertaining bullshit I've ever watched.
Would you agree with Manny, Marcus?
There's a stint that I want to agree with that. NXT it feels different. Like it's just not a real wrestling show or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's not serious. I don't like you look at it and you go, these people can't be serious with this show. But you occasionally get some good wrestling. You get some unique storylines, like nothing pays off. Not pays off, but nothing's like, you're like, what? This is insane. Someone's going to jail this week and they got to fight for their freedom. Oh, but, if I would make the argument on who's out there, the Impact people out there do their thing, man. They're consistent. They try to balance between silliness of NXT, violence of AEW, and storylines of main roster WWE SmackDown or something. So I would go that route, or whoever's booking Collision. But now that CM Punk is suspended, who knows what happens with Collision?
I did read a story that Marcus that Impact is supposed to get an influx of money and a new upgrade in production and stuff like that. So that should be very entertaining to think. But I think I will agree with Manny. I think Shawn Michaels is doing the best right now because to me,
I think it's
as for a lack of a description, I feel NXT is like a modern day version of In Living Color, but with wrestling. It's like a bunch of different sketches that really don't make any sense, but somehow they all work together. I would say this week, my favorite moment of everything that took place on NXT had to be at the very end where Melo is going to speak to Shawn Michaels. And I don't know who made the decision that Melo felt that knocking on the door was just too respectful. And he decided to walk in, hey, boss man, we need to talk. And I was like, why did he not knock? What did Shawn Michaels do to him to make him not knock?
Even when he did that, he still did that with his soft voice.
Yeah,
I'm still not going to take him seriously when he walked in.
Yeah.
Like, boy, sit down, Melo. We'll talk.
Boss man, what you? I mean, like, I would have loved for him to walk into the door and no one would have been in there. I mean, come on, man.
Oh, I'm going to take. Hold on. Let me put this up here. Impact will forever have to stay. It does, and it always will be because you're always going to recall back. They just got to do one thing wrong, and all of a sudden you get flashbacks. Matt Morgan saying he's going to choke a bear or some shit, or Hulk Hogan and Bischoff in their backstage elimination meetings.
Don't you get flashbacks when they talk about they're bringing back this match from the TNA days and whatnot? I'm like, the TNA days weren't that good.
No, there was a lot of bad stuff in between some good stuff. There was far and few between some good stuff in there, but there was a lot of like experimental shit.
Manny, to bring this back to 2023, I believe when Christian was baptized by Abyss, that's when he settled his inner demon to talk about people with the T-spots. When he went underneath that water, he's like, you know what? I'm going to talk about daddies right now. That's what I'm going to do. That's when Christian became the asshole when he was baptized.
Because
in that
Father
pool.
James Mitchell told Abyss to do it.
Also, Impact also gave me the ginger moment when Bully Ray scooted up on the table, which was still one of the best moments in professional wrestling.
Can I pause you and say that the best moment of NXT this week wasn't the Melo knocking on the door segment, but it was another Melo segment where he walks away from Trick Williams and he goes, I don't think you could beat the Mad Dragon.
Oh, you can.
Oh, you can. So dramatic. It's like Trick almost shed a tear.
Okay, actually, a good number two, Marcus, that's a good one, is when we're in Chase U and Thea Hale shows up late for a 3-minute seminar, whatever it was.
It was a class.
Then you have JCJ, who was the most evilest high school adult, like this influence of Thea Hale for all the wrong reasons. And I'm just like, I don't know why I do it. They have their smoking pack of cigarettes. You're right.
Yeah, they smoking cigarettes at the bar. You know, they have the little drinks that fill with alcohol, just being bad.
Boone's Farm and stuff like that. But anyway, we're here to talk about Friday Night SmackDown. I like how we had a nice little opening. We haven't done an opening random conversation in a long time.
Here we go. So Levi, Manny is back. I don't know when Manny was gone.
Manny, I know about your back.
I know about your back, Manny. NXT reminded Glow. Also that. In another universe, Eric is a Florida congressman because of the red hat.
I agree with Wes right here. We need to chase you in the cafeteria. I would love to see them in the cafeteria. Because one thing about professional wrestling, parking lots are dangerous, but cafeterias are just as dangerous because there's always a brawl.
JK Smush said, good morning, evening. May Hulk Hogan be preparing for a nice nap when he takes off his slippers and jumps into bed. I don't think he's jumping anytime soon. The bed is full of thumbtacks and worms.
Let me also tell you, can I also give us AJ Styles by RuPaul? We haven't done this all the time. I love how we all took something from the chat. We all read it, and we all did it cohesively without any hiccup. It was very natural. Let's give ourselves a Barry Horowitz pat on the back. Or a Tommaso Ciampa pat on the back. We can do it. Look at that arm flat. Look at it. Look at that ashy elbow. Anyway, speaking of that, SmackDown started off.
Elbows are a crime.
And it started off with the return of Manny's Lord and Savior, his favorite wrestler. As you can see, he's wearing it right now. You normally can't see him.
Hold on.
Hollywood.
If you're going to start saying Lord and Savior, comparing this man to Jesus Christ, he uses his initials, the other JC.
You didn't
real
JC.
JC.
That, Marcus.
Yeah, but also both of them, who you can't see right now.
So, Manny, I have a question for you because when it's a John Cena segment, I start off with you, right? How did you enjoy the things that John Cena gave to you as he pandered to your fandom?
No, he continues to pander. He continues to lie. He told me that this SmackDown was going to be momentous, or I can't remember what word he used to describe how good SmackDown was going to be, but it wasn't. He lied yet again, just like he lied to me back in the start of July. This man is a politician, and it's scary.
Yeah,
Marcus, he talked about how he keeps coming home to his family, and he also talks about how his family is going to let him wrestle in India. Marcus, is he a deadbeat father? Is John Cena is how he treats his wrestling family? Because I feel like he is.
No, I feel like that's The Rock. The Rock is the deadbeat dad who has.
Marcus, you don't want The Rock to be the villain from Inspector Gadget. You don't want to be the clown.
I want him to be
Marcus.
He's the deadbeat dad. John Cena comes back every now and then. He's just the busy dad that's working all the time, and you never get to see him. But you know he got the light bill paid. John Cena is paying his child support. The Rock ain't. The Rock is not. I agree with Manny's sentiments that this man is lying and pandering because before Jimmy Uso interrupted him, he said tonight, because it's going to be a business, I am going to wrestle, and then it cuts off to Jimmy Uso. The man had no intention of wrestling tonight. None.
Yeah, I feel bad for Jimmy Uso because Jimmy Uso was supposed to be the headliner for 2 weeks of SmackDown. And of course, last week, Bray Wyatt passed away untimely, so he got bumped for that one. Then he was announced as the headline for this week of SmackDown. And of course, when he saw the production sheet, when they emailed it to him, he saw that John Cena started off the show. He was like, what the hell is this about? But anyway, Jimmy Uso, he comes out to the ring. He's, very complimentary to John Cena.
Wait. What do you think of that new music?
I kind of like the new music. I don't think Jimmy Uso will ever become main event Jay. Just because I don't think he has the body language or the charisma to do it. He has a lot in common with his wife Trinity, where it's like, you know what, you're a good in-ring performer, but you don't have that as Booker T call it, that airport factor to me. Like nothing about him stands out. That's just my opinion.
Who, Jimmy?
As we go. Yeah, Jimmy.
You didn't like Dark Jimmy. This is Dark Jimmy. And I was like, oh, they let Jimmy talk and let his ego go out of control. And I was supporting it until later in the moments in the show where it seemed like he's just falling back in line. No, I was like, oh, we're going to go somewhere. New music. He has a little edge to him. Maybe he forms his own tribe.
Marcus, I'm not accepting any person having a dark and light side unless you're Penta and you disappear in the middle of a match and return.
We're red.
Let me tell you something. Jimmy Uso has something going for him to say he's evil. Penta in his red suit. But he has something going for him. He got the Norm Dar braids, which I like to call Miles Morales, evil Miles Morales braids.
That is true.
He got that going for him.
However, Marcus, I'm a little bit concerned because the segment took a turn for the worse for Jimmy. Because not only did John Cena put him in his place and pointed out that the wrong Uso quit it, but then when the most accurate super kick in the game got caught with ease by the superhero himself, John Cena, Marcus,
Can't be Super
I don't
Cena.
know what to say. I mean, like, you can't let your super kick get caught like that. And then
by John Cena too, who's washed.
And he got the attitude adjustment.
Yeah. And then he decided to go home. He decided to go home, Eric, after his attitude was adjusted. But are we leading to Jimmy versus John?
Well, Marcus, one report says that it could be Jimmy and Roman tagging up to go against John and Jay, which could be interesting. I just also want to continue the streak of John Cena making some of the most hideous shirts that people will buy and wear. That was an awful shirt. I don't like that shirt at all. Manny still has the best shirt ever. I love that one.
G.I. Joe. But I do not agree with your sentiments, Eric. I like the color of the shirt. Do I like the design of the front of the shirt?
The design looks awful, though.
Yeah, the design looks cheap and made up or something. I think he's going for White Castle. If I'm correct? White Castle burgers?
I've never been to White Castle, so I do not know.
Yeah, but you've seen the logo. But I believe that's what he's going for. But I enjoy it. I like the color of the shirt. But other than that, it's like, I wouldn't buy that shirt.
So directly following this segment, we have
Look.
the tag team that we've been.
No one earned that. Name man
I mean,
sausage.
To his credit, Jimmy did look like he was working out a little bit. He was in a little bit better shape than he's been in a long time. But we go backstage to the tag team that I wanted to have happen for a long time. Looks like it is happening. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory.
You forgot his name.
I did not.
Just like everybody forgot his title reign.
Well, his title reign was trash, man. It was trash. But the sad part is I can't remember who he took the U.S. title off of. That's the worst part about it. That's how mediocre the U.S. title has been. And I'm trying to think in my head. I can't. Marcus, do you like the merger of Theory and Waller together?
Huh? Oh, I love it. But my favorite part is that I looked at him and I was like, Theory is younger than Waller, but it feels like he's older for some reason when I see him right there when they were standing next to him. But I'm happy they're teaming together. They're basically filling a pretty deadly spot, and I think there'll be good foils for KO and Sammy. As in, look at the way they look, as opposed to look at how these guys look. As in, it's a good contrast.
Manny, do you agree with Marcus, or do you have a different assessment of the new American Pretty Daddy?
I just don't know how long their egos can coexist against me.
Man, these are the early stages of champion and challenger.
Yeah, and it's also like the arrogance of The Miz and John Morrison when you just know they're gonna break up at some point.
Yeah, but I think that's what makes it, because I think that it's not like you trying to one up your tag team partner, but I think that Waller has enough charisma to actually give Theory charisma, because Theory really doesn't have much charisma at all. Like, he has a look, but he's not charismatic. And I think Waller is a lot more charismatic than Theory, and together they make a pretty deadly combination.
So if you were to carry them to NBA duos, Eric, what NBA duo are you comparing them to? And don't say Scotty and Michael, because no.
Or you have to have some success for that. You have to have some success first. I mean, like, for me, thinking about this right now, this is a very young thing. This is on paper what they thought Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant was going to be. And like you said,
in Brooklyn.
Yeah, like you said, Marcus, Grayson Waller's ego could go Kyrie on him, and next thing you know, it's all blowed up. And then Austin Theory wants to go off the Phoenix and stuff. But it is, I think it could work. I think they could do something with this. I mean, I think it's a lot better.
What Knicks duo do you think they are? Is this Chris Cowles and Anthony Mason?
Marcus, believe it or not, as a good Knicks duo, I think right now one of the better backcourts in the NBA, Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart. I think that's what they have right now.
I don't want to hear about the
young people coming up.
I don't want to hear about the modern Knicks.
You just don't want to hear anything about modern New York at the moment, do you?
What other New York thing have I taken out? I don't talk about the Giants, the only football team in New York.
You're disgusted by Aaron Rodgers and his happiness.
You are, Mark.
Oh, he's already cussing them out, man. He was like, what the fuck? We can't do it driving out a mistake. I was so disappointed seeing that on Hard Knocks, because I was like, oh, that's nothing. I wanted him to really cuss them out and lay it in on them.
I think the reason why you don't want to talk about the Knicks, and I'm going to say, I think that because the Knicks have more upside than the Clippers right now. Are we talking about Chris Webber, Juwan Howard in Michigan with Ralph Pelinka as the point guard? Or are we talking about when they was in the NBA?
I think we're 100% talking about the Fab Five. I don't think we're talking about like Washington Wizards or whatever the hell.
So, Manny, if they play together, and Grayson Waller defeating the LWO with complete ease. Is the LWO dead? Because I feel like this is so disappointing.
It's been dead for weeks.
When did it get started? When was it alive?
I can't believe they did this to my Legado del Fantasma. This is what Santos Escobar has been put out to. It bothers me.
Well, he saved the life of Rey Mysterio, which, Rey was ungrateful about it. So I expect him to kidnap Rey next week and beat his ass in the parking lot.
Dirty Dom should have did us all a favor and got rid of his daddy, but he didn't. He did not. So, Manny,
I didn't realize this was Manny until I did a medical staff.
Wow. And Manny, I just want to point out, I compliment the Knicks. I didn't even bring up Julius Randle, and you do
I'm
that.
not.
To
I'm
me,
not.
man.
I'm not. I'm not insulting the Lakers. I'm just making a common assumption.
An observation. An
It's an
observation.
observation.
Like if he
It's
was
like-
talking about, he could have wear the
It's like how
Clippers.
we talk about Tegan and her knees.
Paul George he's podcasted more episodes already than he played games last year.
I mean, it could be. I mean, we could relate this to how Mitchin was cheated backstage by Jimmy Uso, Adam Pearce. I mean, it was really bad. Marcus, since you had an outlandish laugh, Marcus, please reenact for the audience who may.
No, I'm not going to reenact it because I don't remember her exact words. But
Marcus,
I believe I'm good to go. I believe I'm good to go, Mr. Pierce. Put me in, coach. I can wrestle anybody. Put me in. Put me in.
No, my funniest bit was
Move,
when
bitch.
AJ. No, my funniest bit was when AJ confronted him and he was like, "Who the fuck?" He was about to say, "Who the fuck's Meechin?"
Yeah. No, we can write Jimmy Uso.
But can I ask a question?
Who the fuck? What? When?
Let me just point out. I thought the whole premise behind Adam Pearce wanting to speak to Jimmy Uso because he had been rude and disrespectful made absolutely no sense. Everybody's been rude and disrespectful in the whole WWE locker room for the past months. Why is he picking out Jimmy in this situation? What? I mean, he set Mitchin up for this downfall.
Yeah, but the Judgment Day, who quote unquote run Monday Night Raw, has been disrespectful on multiple levels. Rhea Ripley's doing whatever the hell she wants to suppress any competition by breaking limbs and shit. I mean, why not police that? Why is he policing Jimmy, who told one man, what the hell are you doing? And Eric, I asked that question. What the hell was he doing? You know, it's my walking shot. It's no walking shot. Who interrupted the walking shot?
But, you know, the thing about it, I just once again want to point out this was just another example of how bad Adam Pearce is at his job. He knew he didn't have a main event, and he knew if he got enough combustible pieces into the same scene, he could have a main event, and that's what happened. Solo showed up. Solo did his shit. Next thing you know, AJ versus Solo, main event. He had a main event booked.
I want to say Solo didn't want that smoke. I mean, not Solo. AJ didn't want that smoke because all Solo did was push that man to the ground. That's all he did. AJ was down like a referee. Did not want to get up while Solo was there. And then when Solo left, that man was talking again. He didn't want that match.
So you're saying that
AJ, who was like,
AJ channeled his inner Karen in so many ways.
And
like,
Solo talk that was talking about how pregnant he is and shit.
So
Jimmy, I'm pregnant. You can't lead a bloodline like this.
So Manny, explain to me this segment. We have Bobby Lashley comes out wearing an immaculate suit. Next thing you know, the Street Profits come out. They thank each other for Bobby doing all this stuff. Where are we going with this? Are they going to be evil? Because I need the evil Profits.
No,
I don't need
Montez Ford is still doing the same shit he was doing months ago. He needs to stop.
Bobby Lashley was kissing babies and slapping hands on his way out. I was disgusted. And I'm even more disgusted because Dawkins' hair looked like Collar's Boozer when he spray painted his hair. That ain't your hair, Dawkins. That is not your hair. I seen Steam makeup that stayed together better than that hair. Jesus.
The only thing that probably made anything is that how they walked past Kevin Owens and Sammy, which I was like, you know what? They could be evil still. Because I didn't like that. I didn't like them shoe shining down the ring with Bobby Lashley. I want them to be evil. Be evil.
Yeah, be evil. Be evil. And well, how about that tag division, guys? Huh? It's really heating up. It's not just the Viking Raiders.
Well, I was just
and the Authors of Pain are back.
But I was just happy to see that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn fought somebody besides the Judgment Day. I mean, yes, it was the LWO. You know, Z-Mayan got a match. I'm going to call him Z-Mayan. I'm not going to call him Joaquin Wild because he's still
Joaquin Wild's got a backstory.
Thinking that he's Mexican. He's not.
He got a backstory.
The Filipinos, Joaquin.
He got a backstory in this one.
I don't care.
We don't have a Filipino wrestler right now represented, right? Because Kaden Carter doesn't acknowledge her Filipino side right now. And Manny, you're the only Filipino. Manny, you're the last Filipino. Oh, yeah, she's Filipino. I was going to say Manny's the last Filipino of wrestling.
And Margaret Shotzi's even more powerful now because she's lined up with the Jamaican bobsledder.
There she go out there with her Jamaican bobsled. I think this is why Andrade left her. He's like, you gonna join the Jamaican bobsled team? We out. We done.
I mean, honestly,
these outfits are getting ridiculous.
We're not there yet, though, Marcus. We need to talk about the best segment that took place on SmackDown. The only thing that may have sold Payback for a 3-star match at the best, but still, they talked into a 5-star match. I'm talking about LA Knight and The Miz, Marcus. What did you make of their interaction on Friday Night SmackDown, Marcus?
I believe I froze.
Oh, no, you did? I thought you was pausing for dramatic effect. That's what I thought.
I believe I'm freezing a lot.
So, because you're freezing a lot while you fix your stuff up, Mr. Freeze, Manny, LA Knight, Miz, did they sell you for the match at Payback? Or did
Not
you
really.
This I
wasn't really feeling it in the first place. But I feel like they both messed up on their promos at various parts during this, where they both kept stammering. Marcus has really frozen. He's sitting there with his eyes shut.
Looking like Dawkins right now. Yeah.
But yeah, I still think the Miz won this.
I think he did too. I mean, he became a black screen. He a man in black now. You know, the greatest thing, Manny, before you showed up, he was trying to blame me for my internet, talking about, oh, you freezing, Eric. And I'm like, I don't think it's my internet. My internet's perfectly fine. I pay for this top tier. He's so frozen, he's still logged in on this other side.
What the hell? Who we dealing with over there? You didn't say John Cena was gonna be on this show. I didn't know the Undertaker was making an entrance. That's a damn shame I was that frozen. I was still logged in. Carry on, guys. I don't know what we were talking about before I froze.
But what Manny talked about, he really wasn't sold on the Miz and LA Knight. He doesn't care. What about you? What did you feel about this?
I think it's the best storyline going right now, WWE. I enjoy both people's mic work. I enjoy the rivalry. The Miz impersonation of LA Knight worked on Raw, and I thought the confrontation this week worked as well. With the LA Knight may have been stumbling over some of his words, some of the promo, but you know, this is a good stepping stone for him at Payback, where he should pick up the win and then move on to greater ventures after that. But we'll see. I'm enjoying it. I think it's a nice old-fashioned back and forth mic duel that's going to turn into a very average match. But
yeah, I mean, it's going to be average at the best. Unfortunately, it's too bad the U.S. title's not on the line right here, because it would be a perfect setting for these two to be fighting over the U.S. title. It would make sense. I think their build-up is very good, but like you said, it's not going to lead to much. It's almost as very disappointing as the next match that took place, where we had all this storyline, and, you know, shout out to Bayley, because Bayley was out there at the Beyonce concert, and everybody started talking about her thighs, and she came out here dressed in pants. But that's not what I'm here to talk about.
Wait a minute, no, that is what you want. That is what you wanted to talk about. You want to talk about what the hell is Bayley doing, not wearing shorts instead of pants. Because that's what it sounds like you wanted to talk about.
That we have the feud between her and Shotzi, the threatening messages, and then it just ends with Charlotte being put into the equation. I'm a tad bit disappointed with this if it is over. Manny, Shotzi's been riding with you for a long time. Do you like the insertion of Charlotte Flair to be here to help her get this win over Bayley? I mean, a win is a win, but did you want it this way?
I mean, there was no easy. I don't think you could easily sell me on Shotzi beating Bayley without any additional help. So, like, especially when Bayley had damage control out there as well, it just didn't make sense that it wouldn't make sense that Shotzi wins this clean or whatever. So, it makes sense that she gets some help, but like, does this mean Charlotte's going after EO, or are we going to continue the Bayley EO dissension? There's a lot of moving parts in this that just don't make sense, because none of this, everything that happened in this doesn't actually involve Shotzi. Like, I feel like the Shotzi story with Bayley's done, and then we're just moving on to whatever this is, including Charlotte, and you don't know which direction it's going in.
So Manny, we're going to get to Marcus, but since you're talking about things that make sense, I need to have your opinion. What was your opinion of Charlotte's outfit? Did it make sense to you, or it just...
That never made sense. As you said, I know you can't believe Jamaica has a bobsled
No,
team.
Kiss the lucky egg. Marcus, overall, the conclusion of Bayley and Shotzi, if it is over, the insertion of Charlotte. What do you think about it?
This
Might
ain't
be
no
over.
conclusion. Eric, this is chapter 2. This is chapter 2 to the final chapter of what we're building to. And I'm gonna drag WWE for the same reason we drag AEW. Here we are on a 2-hour wrestling show, and all we have for women's wrestling is to throw all their storylines in one segment and try to just be done with it after 5 to 6 minutes. That's all we got here.
Marcus, first of all, we got
Why show me this outfit?
We got 2 storylines. We had Michin in the back. She was ready.
Michin can't get on TV. That was her problem.
She was ready, Marcus.
She had a legit complaint. No, why aren't the women on TV? And why can't I'm ready to go? Adam, he's like, nah, I don't want no women on this show. We got one segment already. Haha. I'm saying this. Where this storyline is going, it's clearly Charlotte going at the EO and Bayley doing the talking for EO to get her into a match with Charlotte. But I am going darker and further with this. This is a setting up nothing but War Games with the women as Damage Control and some other person, probably Rhea, is going to team up to fight Charlie.
Whatever. Are you bringing Charlie Caruso back? You bringing Chuck back?
Charlie Caruso.
Chuck out there.
Chuck out there talking shit.
I'm returning Bianca Belair. Yeah, Chuck is on some shit. Chuck is on that shit. Oh. But it's going to be return of Bianca Belair and something like that. And I don't know. But it's going to just lead to the women's war game. We ain't doing shit here. This wasn't nothing. Wasn't nothing.
I feel like it was so unnecessary to show what Damage Control did to Bianca the previous week. I'm like,
I was only to write her off to give her some time off.
I mean, but then she's out there showing up at the Beyonce concert.
Because, she's tired. She's been on her own. Against the Wild.
And I guess, Taz ain't coming home because he's hanging out with Bobby, out there shopping for dogs. So I thought the main event between Solo and AJ was really good. I mean, the ending was what it was, but it left us with more questions than answers. Is Jimmy Uso still part of the Bloodline? Because you're not out the Bloodline until we say you out the Bloodline. Marcus, did you like the conclusion of SmackDown?
No. Because, with the whole out the Bloodline, I'm in it until the win in it. I'm ready to move on. We've been here before. Who in, who's out. I want to see the next contender for Roman's title emerge.
Marcus, you sound like a hip on the crate. Because if I recall a couple of weeks ago, Marcus, you was talking about let the storyline continue. Let it keep going.
No, I was saying finish the story. No, I said finish the story on the live stream of, what was it, SummerSlam?
I don't know. We've done too many live streams recently.
Money in the Bank? I don't know where it ended. I don't know where the Bloodline ended. But I was saying we should end it here and just be done with this. I feel like, is he in? Is he out? We've been there already, and I'm just done with it.
Manny, what about you?
I mean, the story has gone on for 3 years. They talked about Roman being champion for 3 years now on TV. And it's like, come on. There has to be an end in sight. Can't have this story gone on for eternity. What is this?
Yeah,
this ain't Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch.
We gonna talk about that.
That went on for like 7 months,
and it's still going on. I don't think it's over.
It's over. It's over. She went to the table. Becky won and cried. It's over.
Man, I need to ask you a question. We're talking about storylines. It's a storyline with the Bloodline. Is there a storyline in WrestleQuest? Because I know you're playing it. That's better than the Bloodline storyline that's going on.
Come on, man. The Elephant. The Elephant is trying to take over all of wrestling. He is Vince McMahon in this story. He's trying to take over all the territories. And one of your main characters, Eric, is the Muchacho Man. And I'm all for
it. Manny, I want to point out to you that this game was put on my radar on one of my mini YouTube channels. And I was like, oh my God, if there's a game that's perfect for me, it's this game. But I'm just trying not to spend the $29.99 because I enrolled in this 30-day portfolio class and I need to put all my attention on it. But it's calling me, Manny. The Elephant sounds like it sounds amazing.
So wait, there's a Elephant and then the Coco Beware is just Coco Beware?
they've got legends in it, but they've got the statues. It's just statues of them paying homage to that wrestler, and then you've got
Coco
various
Beware?
YouTubers. Yeah, Coco Beware is in it. LOD's in it, and whatnot.
Isn't it? I think so. Isn't it kind of like Legend of Zelda too? Like it's an RPG, but with like the wrestling storyline. It's like you have to figure out dungeons and stuff like that. Oh, before we get to talk about this, I thought SmackDown was a solid show. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was okay.
It was a
I
solid
just sent
show.
you an image of the elephant looking for Phil.
Phil Brooks?
You know what? That he may get the. I don't know if you guys saw the latest Phil Brooks photo, but it's him and Mickey James choking each other, which I thought was a great joke on his.
No, it's
situation.
Medusa, right?
Was it Medusa? Oh, I thought it was
Medusa.
Mickey. I didn't really look too far.
Grim Jim?
Yeah, Grim Jim.
Man, they are trying to take my $30 right now. This sounds amazing.
Yeah, give them their money. Give them the money. Give them all the money.
See, I would have actually I would actually live stream this as I play it, but there's so many puzzle bits in it that I literally have to go to view a walkthrough in order to know how to do it.
Man, you have your own damn puzzle. Hold on,
Or buy a GamePro magazine. What is it? What's the game?
It don't exist. It don't exist, Marcus. It don't exist.
Those magazines. The strategy guide. Strategy guide.
GameFAQs.com now.
No, strategy guide or whatever, or game, whatever.
So GameFAQs got it all now for you. You can go to GameFAQs. They'll tell you how to do it. Manny, you have an Xbox. Is there any inclination for you to play Starfield?
No, that game's too long. It's too big, too long.
You don't strike me as a Bethesda thing, but I see being a space pirate seems like something that you wouldn't mind doing.
What are you trying to suggest?
Manny,
we all know you want the space booty too.
Who doesn't want space booty?
But
everybody wants space booty.
I also agree with Manny, is that like for me, open world games are so dangerous to play. When you don't give me that firm linear storyline to do, it will take me 3 years to finish the game because I'm doing everything. And how they explain how Starfield works is that every planet has a different thing. Like you could be explored forever. I might not never do the main story.
No.
Yeah, and somehow you're still in the Bloodline feud 3 years later.
I don't want to do that because I want to get through the game. I don't want to be that type of person. I want to be immersed in the game. I want to do everything. No. I want to get to A to B.
I have learned about Manny. Manny is not about immersion in games. It's just like Manny has a checklist. I need to check it off that I beat this game. I beat it. On to the next one. Am I right with your assessment, right, Manny?
Yeah, but I want to be entertained, good story, and none of these bullshit side quests. I don't need them. I don't need nothing.
Oh, I love a side quest. When I was playing The Witcher, they was like, "Can you help me get my frying pan?" You want me to find what? Fuck, I find this frying pan, and then I had the option to either hit her and kill her with the frying pan or something like that.
That sounds like Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, I mean,
that doesn't sound like The Witcher at all.
No, it was on The Witcher too. Yeah, Knights of the Old Republic where Ryan was just evil for no reason. Marcus, I really wish you would get back into gaming, but I know you won't.
Yeah, it's time consuming, and it's a bunch of they're all bullshit now.
No, see, he's got other concerns. He needs to buy new glasses. Look at that. Donate to the show.
Manny. I was there when they broke.
You weren't there.
Mark, I picked you up when they broke, and you remember you. I wasn't there, but I thought you taped.
Yeah.
I thought you taped.
Yeah. I'd like to tell people I got into a fight with Spider-Man, and I won because he only was able to whip the side of my glasses, and I was able to end the old 1-2
on him. Could have got into a fight with Brad Maddox, and he thought that was the AEW title.
Oh wait, it would be the NXT Women's title.
No, Marcus, he got eyes set on the AEW Women's title now.
Hey, when that ends, I want it to be like a video game instead of the achievement pop up. I want it to be, this is my house. By the way, the Outcasts are fighting tonight. This is how I know CM Punk is not in charge.
Let me tell you guys, right now, and you guys said this on your show Thursday, and I agree with you. Dynamite as a show is nothing. It's more entertaining what's going on behind the scenes than it is anything that's going on camera. Like
I give Dynamite a pass this week, mainly because there was that weather trouble and then people paying their respects to Bray Wyatt. I'm giving it
And
a
CM
pass
Punk
this week.
drama.
And the CM Punk drama. So I'm giving it a pass this week, but in the future.
but you have to admit that like most people tuned into Dynamite trying to see what the fuck is going on with CM Punk. Although that's not even a Collider show. You just wanted to see what was going on.
Are we going to preview All Out, or is it even worth our time? Because El Luchador is going to All Out, and I would like to ask El Luchador one question and one question only. Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied with the card they gave you? The throwaways, the leftovers, the hand-me-down pay-per-view card of All In. And you know, it's gonna take him. If he's in the chat, it's gonna take him 30 minutes to answer that. But I'm gonna say he should not be satisfied, and they should have had proper build to at least, or not do these shows back to back.
So you could have booked them back to back. It's fine, but they should have booked it like you would have booked WrestleMania night 1 and 2. They should have done that. So everything was working towards it. So like, oh, you just go, oh, you're on All In, you're gonna be on All Out. Mm-hmm. And just book the show that way. They didn't do it that way. They decided, we'll have what the aftermath of what happens on All In also affect what goes on into All Out, and then we'll throw whatever else needs to go on All Out like that. The Battle of the Fat Man.
Yeah, and then even All Out took like the last 2.5 weeks maybe to start booking until CM Punk randomly brought it up like a month in advance, and it was like, damn.
I just think my favorite thing that took place this week was like I guess it was my AEW Miz and LA Knight moment. Had to be when Penta Rojo, Red Penta, cut his promo, and he's selling his match against John Moxley. He's like, "I'm going to make you bleed," and I'm just like, Penta, John Moxley bleeds on his own. This is not like an accomplishment making him bleed. So
but he said he wants to make him bleed like he's never bled before.
I'm like, what is that? Is he gonna bleed a different color?
It means you gotta take his head off.
You gonna bleed out of his asshole in front of us? My ass is bleeding, Renee.
I was like, man, I guess. And then like they barely gave Hobbs and Miro any hype for their match, and I'm like, okay, this is an interesting thing. So,
but they're colliders, that's why.
Yeah, collided. There's the second class citizens over there.
Are you guys excited for Payback tonight? Is there anything that got your back in a knot excited for this match?
I'm only want to see the back attack. That's all I want to see. Everything else in this card, like All Out, feel like it was just makeshift and thrown together.
Mm-hmm. Marcus, I would personally like not to. I love that Nakamura said, "I know about your back." I would love for the match to start. He just focuses on Seth knee. Like it was like a deep.
Yo, I said this earlier. Wait a minute, I said that earlier. He better not.
You didn't say it live though.
I'm
like Shane McMahon. You better quit.
I'm hoping this is on the back end of the pay-per-view, and they are the main event, and Seth gets allowed to do this one and then go back to back with this in the next pay-per-view, which is India Spectacular or Spectacle or whatever.
Wherever what about you, man? Payback.
Ooh, Payback. Seth's back.
Yep. Yeah. And I'm watching this pay-per-view going, money back.
this is his first. This is his first headlining pay-per-view. He finally gets to be the headliner.
This is what was the start? This is Nakamura's first singles match on a pay-per-view since 2021.
Yeah. Oh. And then also, I may have misspoke earlier saying that Trish and Becky is done. They are not done. I forgot she beat Zoe Stark this week, not Trish Stratus. Trish and Becky are fighting in the cage tonight.
Can I ask you guys this question?
Actually, what do we do tonight? Because we don't have the one challenge.
We don't have to do anything, Betty.
My question for you guys, like you guys doing this watch along. Would you guys like Payback to be back into the old traditional like NXT pay-per-views where it's only 2 hours long, or do you expect like a 2.5 to 3 hour show?
It should be because it's only like 6 matches.
Yeah.
So, and then you got the Waller effect with Cody.
Yeah. You sold me, Manny, on that one. That last part. John Cena's hosting. I guess that's a plus.
What if this sets up John Cena versus Cody?
That would be something.
I love how Cody Rhodes continues to get derailed from his trying to finish the story because he's on a completely different show than Roman Reigns. But yes, you let him get distracted by John Cena, and we can finally get evil John Cena.
I don't think we're getting evil John Cena.
I'm tired of him and his thankful ass. But
his lying ass.
You know what?
Lying son of a bitch.
John Cena versus Cody in India seemed like something that could pack the house.
I mean, that show's already packed.
They're already doing good numbers.
You probably get John Cena versus Jinder Mahal.
Does he still work there?
Yeah.
End this year is coming. They stopped those packages.
Well, is there anything else you guys want to add to the show, or should we wrap it up so you guys can get rest and get ready?
You just want to get ready to run the world, girls.
Girls, who run the world, girls? Or are you gonna?
Nah, man, I'm just ready to put my love on top.
I heard that you were gonna go, whoa, but you gonna be drinking all night. Oh,
really? That's your Beyonce song, huh?
This drunken love.
Damn, that's your song, huh? Mark, you gotta be feeling emotions.
Oh, well, my body is so bootylicious for you, babe.
Okay, Shane Taylor.
Say no more, Marcus. Marcus, I'm gonna have to say no. No,
yeah, but I'm gonna say yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
Well, I'm gonna add that, Eric. You can't pay my bills, can't pay my telephone bills, can't pay my audio bills. I don't think you know.
But Marcus, you know why you can't?
I know words this song.
Mark, you know why you can't pay my bills? Because I'm independent. I'm independent, Marcus.
Wes ain't ready for your jelly, Marcus.
I don't think he's ready. Oh, this jelly. Hold on, Eric. I am just gonna swipe you to the left. Ah, with the Manny.
Marcus, you're not gonna mess up my Virgo groove.
I messed it up,
that, man. Nah, man, you ain't gonna.
Yeah, but I was gonna do, but you need to stop thinking yet you're not irreplaceable.
I just want to let you know, Marcus, I'm in my renaissance right now, so it's all to the good right now.
Oh,
Renaissance? That sounds like you're about to die.
No, that's the name of her new album. That's the name of the tour. It's the Renaissance tour.
Are you gonna be naked on the horse?
I am not going to be naked on a horse, but I will be wearing a swimsuit on the horse just like she was. With my red hat on.
Are you hoping Hove show up?
I don't know, man. She be having random people show up all the time. I hope I don't get Blue Ivy, but whatever.
You're gonna get Blue.
It's the whole Kobe family. Fucking traffic. Fuck you, traffic guards.
Well, it was hell to get into that place.
It was, man. And then it was hell to get in. Then it was hell to sit there and watch fucking Atlanta Braves and fuck Robert Acuna with his little shuffle in third base.
I believe, and we're talking about the last night's Dodger game against the number one team, Atlanta Braves, where the Dodgers completely got mollywopped. I think they got beat because I was committing blasphemy in that place wearing this Laker gear and cheer for Kobe. I think I deserve to be struck down by God, and that's why I start raining. I was this close to getting lightning on me, Eric.
Mark, can I ask you a question though? Because Marcus, Robert Acuna is everything that you like in a baseball player: brash, cocky, just flamboyant. Did you hate him last night? All the shenanigans he was doing, or
I hate every Atlanta Brave that have ever existed, Eric. I've hated Andrew Jones. I've hated Greg Maddux until he joined the Dodgers. I hated Tom Glanville. I hated all the Atlanta Braves. Chipper Jones, he can kiss my ass. I'll tell you right now, Chipper Jones, if I see you on the street, it's over. It's over for you. But here you sit in Atlanta Braves colors and trying to talk to me about how upset I should be about the Dodger game.
Marcus, I feel like of all the Braves that you probably hate Spencer Strider even more because that mustache, Marcus, that mustache.
Oh, I just can't stand them.
And you know the sad part about it, Marcus? I knew who the Braves were because in my MLB The Show, that's the team that I have so much trouble against. Fuck those guys.
I'd always destroy them.
You know, he brought up Roddy Strong right now. What is your thoughts on Roddy Strong right now? Is this the
He's a bitch, man.
Damn!
And yo, because I said it in the chat on that day, I said, I don't know how Adam Cole blew out Roddy's back, but damn, that's a man that was sprung on the Adam Cole meat salon. Because he was out there, Adam, what about my neck? You remember when you had my neck pressed down the bed, and then you thinking about another man's neck? Forget you, Adam. And then, like, it's like in my head, then he brings up Adam's old fuck buddies, Matt and Mike. And it's like, yeah, you remember us? We was there, and like it was like the biggest bitch fest I've ever seen. And then to the point where like, you know what?
BitchCon 2023.
You know what, Adam? And, you know, because I'm going back to the sassy Stephanie. You know what, Adam? Because you got your new bitch, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna enter that tournament, and I'm gonna with my fucked up neck, and I'm gonna beat his ass. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna beat his ass.
I'll beat your
Roddy is a bitch.
Excuse my language. I'll eat your new
and
man.
what made matters worse, after I saw Roddy become a bitch, then I had to watch his wife wrestle in a match, and she's still bad, but she's still more manly than Roddy was in that match. Maria Shafir is awful. And people, they need to stop. They need to stop.
It's Tony, Eric. I don't know why Maria Shafir gets more time than Serena Deeb, and Sunny Kiss was released today, but other people in this division. But yeah. I like to say this is my favorite Roddy. This might be my. This is my favorite Roddy Strong of all time. Character-wise,
Roddy Strong?
Yeah, it's the best character he's ever played. Think about it that way.
Can I ask a question, though, Marcus? You think Nakamura called Roddy Strong? Because, you know, he was the messiah of the backbreaker.
I brought this up on Tuesday. Yeah, I said I wanted Roddy in the video packages. I'm working with Shinsuke. I wanted him reading Batman comics of Bane, working on that back. I just want to see him focusing on that back. But if you ain't calling the messiah the backbreaker, I don't know what you're doing with your strategy.
Hey, like I said, Roddy Strong, still a guy who had the best of DVD for Ring of Honor and then win any of those matches on that best of DVD. I was like, damn.
Never run.
But I think that concludes the show, as I have to go get bootylicious and get ready for this show. You know.
I'm out of Beyonce songs, I think. I'm sure there are more.
Okay, you single lady.
Yeah. All the single ladies. Are you going after all the single ladies that are going to be empowered by the Beyonce?
No, man, because Marcus, I'm gonna probably be stuck in the parking lot longer than the concert.
I feel like Taylor Swift empowers more of those single ladies, which is why you have more problems with white Karens.
You guys, let me tell you something.
Karens are at all-time power when they're around Taylor Swift.
So someone needs to stop Taylor Swift. I don't know who's gonna do it, but the fact is that she has announced her concert in the AMC theaters, and she has already made $10 million for people to go watch this concert in the theaters where they probably have already seen it live. I don't understand how Taylor Swift is doing what she's doing, but it's impressive.
I'll tell you,
there was some movie coming out that they bumped their movie. They pushed their movie back because Taylor Swift is going to dominate the box office.
I'll tell you how. It was that guy, JEFFJARRET.
Jeff Jarrett.
Oh. Yeah, Taylor Swift making too much money. She done saved the Los Angeles economy. She is now taking over the movie scene.
Manny, I am sorry that in 2023, even though it was on the pre-show, but you got Jeff Jarrett and Karen Jarrett in London. They flew. They made the trip. They was in the group with Ruby Soho, who also made the trip for no good reason. It just. I
thought the Kingdom and Ruby Soho made the trip for no reason. I enjoyed the AR Fox story. No. When if I'm in the back, if there was anybody that deserves to get kicked, they ass kicked. It's AR Fox, and it shows why you ain't worth the damn. You knew you couldn't go. You knew you couldn't go. We're booking this show, and you know damn well you couldn't go. And you don't tell me to the last week, 2 days before the show. Yeah, I can't make it. You piece of shit. I will fire his ass right now and throw him to the street. And I'll fire Darby Allin just because too.
Anyway, we got to keep rolling. We got to roll out of here. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Sharpshooters. I don't think we ever
Can I
asked
ask
the
one
question?
question?
One back in the bloodline.
Roll out.
All right, Eric, before we roll out, I have one question. Since you are going to go see the legendary Beyonce tonight, the Black Taylor Swift, as I like to call her, who just can't
I just hope
make
I don't
that
get
much
COVID
money.
again. That's all I hope.
If we were Destiny's Child right now, which one are you?
I'm Kelly.
No, you're Michelle.
Cause you dark as fuck or what?
Nah,
You're Michelle.
I don't think he's Michelle. Eric ain't doing no gospel music.
you know, actually, I'm probably Latoya. The ones that got kicked out from the original series. Like they only showed up here and there.
Manny, who are you? Are you going to claim the name of Beyonce?
No, I don't think I work nearly as hard enough as she does.
I don't think none of us work as hard as Beyonce.
So we can't be Destiny's Child. Fine,
Yeah.
we could be what 3LW or who's the other one?
Nah,
3LW.
What is it?
We
SGA?
can be in Vogue. We can just be dysfunction. Or what's them Escape? The ones who got the reality show that's just really bad.
I want to be Total.
You can be Tiny, Marcus. You can be
Total.
Tiny. You can be T.I.'s wife. Hey, hi. That's what you could be.
Fine.
No, I'm not gonna be 702. They only got one song. What's up,
So
West?
does 3LW.
So does Total.
Now 3LW don't like each other. They really got beef.
Neither does Destiny's Child, I don't think anymore.
No, they all like it. We can be 112.
Eric, are you gonna be disappointed if the Destiny's Child, if Kelly Rowland don't come out on stage or Michelle?
No, I don't care. You pay to see Beyonce.
I'm paying to see them ball show up.
Let me tell you right now. If she didn't put out Renaissance, I probably would never be going to this concert. But that Renaissance, I don't know if it's because I'm an old ass man. If I'm an old ass man, but that album hit like something different.
Bring out Solange.
I mean, Mark, you saw Drake and you saw Kanye. I mean, you know.
I saw Kanye and I saw a ghost on stage pretending to be Drake. Drake didn't do shit.
He didn't do it all for the Nookie, I guess.
The Nookie.
Anyway.
All right, now we can end the show. Now.
Yeah, Shantae has to go get her fit, so let's go. Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed the show. We'll be back next Saturday, same time, same place. Make sure
show
you
those
join.
thighs, Eric. Show those thighs. No, I don't mean on the show. Please put your damn leg. You know, putting your leg up may get Manny in trouble.
She can get mad all she wants. Right. She took that picture.
All right, now we can end the show.
Anyway, make sure you join Manny and Marcus later on today for the Payback pay-per-view where they talk about all the different ways that Nakamura is going to attack the back. I really feel like they should have a drinking contest, have some liquor. Every time Nakamura attacks Seth's back, they take a drink just to see if they get drunk or not. That would be funny. Also, don't forget that they're also.
Do you want to do that?
I don't drink, Manny. I quit.
Okay. Also,
I can fake it. I can go buy a bottle of Jack, pour it out, and fill it up with Coke or something.
Apple juice.
Yeah, y'all should do apple juice, or go buy some apple cider, and then if you drink too much, and you're gonna end up having the shits.
No, that's coconut water for me.
Or get a rash.
Yeah, so guys do sound pretty good. I do need a 2-piece. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Fat man's love right there. Some woman off her thigh, and Eric going like, a 2-piece.
If you haven't watched the best of yet, watch the best of. It's
30 minutes of talking about chicken. Black people talking about chicken.
Yeah, when I was watching, I was like, damn, we did say that shit. Damn.
The funny part was in the comments. Someone said, "I forget Manny's not black."
Yes.
but Manny also he likes to put some gravy on his chicken though, so it's all good. It's all good in the hood. It ain't good until it got gravy on it, right, Manny?
I mean, it's all gravy, baby.
If Manny was Shinsuke Nakamura, he'll put gravy on Seth's back tonight.
I take a bite out of it.
Take a bite out of it.
It better come with some biscuits. It better be 2 biscuits too.
No, he's talking about your thighs when you put it up in the air. Oh, that's it. This show's over. End the show. Finish the story.
We're out. Until next week, stay sharp.
It's
Let me.
It's your show.
I know it's my show. Let me go find it.
Hit the button.
Dada, why? Why, Dada, why?
This is business.
This is my sweat.
I know, but I did business.
Shut up! Shut up!
This is business.
Hey.